would like to start?
So I'll start, sir. Yesterday also I started. Okay, so sir, I cannot thank you enough for this session. 2 days have been wonderful. This is the first time that I have attended this much long training sessions, and every minute of it was wonderful. I did not feel like I am tired or anything, although because of the insomnia that I've discussed, I couldn't sleep last night also. But I was very energetic throughout the session. And the fact that you did not charge anything for this is amazing and beyond amazing, because nobody does this these days. And the value that you have provided, the new perspectives that you have opened our eyes to. Like, I was also facing a lot of problems with my clients where I got stuck and I couldn't know what to do. I've been to trainings, I've been to supervisions, but nobody explained the things the way you have done in these 2 days. It seems like that other people have their own secrets which they don't want to share. But here, a lot of things, especially little things like, to sneeze or to take a sip of water, for the client to also pause, the subconscious cues that you have taught us. So it's been a wonderful 2 days, and I would like to be under your guidance for future as well.
Sure. Perfect. Thank you. Who would like to go next? Somebody you can. That's okay.
Okay. So my takeaway for today was that bad restructuring will lead to suppression, especially because I follow CBT and REBT a lot. And my other takeaways for this whole workshop was that and the other takeaway that I had today was that to help motivate the client to find accountability for them to do the homework without actually burdening them. So we are also helping them in the process. We're not putting the whole accountability on them. So that was another thing that I really liked today.
Super. Perfect. Thank you. Who would like to go next? Tanya, you're about to go next.
Yes, sir. My key takeaways for the 2-day program was, like, I got to learn so many things, or should I say so many new things, like how to help the client without actually giving them hints about anything, and how to identify the problem they're actually going through and their key indicators, and then this when-then statement, how to actually work on that. So I even tried working on it on myself as well. So yes, it works a lot. I would try to recommend it to other people as well. It is actually a good learning experience.
Super. Perfect. Who would like to go next?
May I? Although
Yes.
I don't have my video because
That's
the camera is not working.
okay.
So my key takeaway for today is, before you start working on clients, start working on yourself. Because if you cannot do it for yourself, you cannot do it for the clients. And the same excuses that you are giving to yourself are the excuses that the client is giving to themselves. So that is one. The second is, I liked how throughout the workshop, we were put into the breakout rooms and engaged in the activities. So this ensures that this was not just any webinar that you can get a certificate to, even if you are just logged in and do your daily chores. So when you are sitting here, learning, understanding, and then implementing it, it's actively processing in your brain. So working memory going to long-term memory. Then it slowly becomes a habit, like for active listening, paraphrasing, reflective questioning that we have done throughout our counseling sessions, that now we can see in our regular home conversations as well. Similarly with these things, I guess we will have, like, I personally felt I was having a little difficulties in when I was asking those questions, because this is a whole new structure for me to follow. But yes, I guess after 5 or 6 attempts, I'll be able to do it.
Super. Perfect. Who would like to go next?
So I can.
Yes, Kashika.
So it felt like a training, honestly, and there was a lot of discomfort because of following one uh, school of thought and then getting to know something else. But I actually applied this in a way in one of my sessions today itself, and I could see that it had a good impact on the session, and the client also gave a feedback regarding the same. The best part was that we got to practically do this with one of the people in the training itself. So that's how I also realized that it's better to not just know it theoretically, but also apply it so that I can actually apply it in my practice. And I will definitely try to apply the same, all the things that we learned in the 2 days with my clients. And thank you so much for this training.
Thank you. Rachita, hand raised.
Sir, I really like the structure of structured counseling certification. Sir, it was really easy and easy to get. And I want to thank you for making me a better psychologist.
Thank you. Who would like to go next?
Yeah, may I?
Izuma?
Yeah. So initially I was just wondering, like, how come actually I attended level 1. So in level 1 we had so many sessions to get to know these concepts, right? So I was just wondering, within 2 days, how come you can explain these so precisely in a concise way, and make us understand easily, and work it practically also, like with our colleagues and all. So it was easy to understand also, and um, the things which we were lacking, like somewhere we had difficulty in understanding, it was um, easy to understand when we do it for ourselves and with our partners. So it was really amazing, and it was also a recap again. So after level 1, so that was really wonderful, and this 2 days experience was really great, like learning little things, as I already told, like the do's and don'ts with the clients, and how to pause a client during the session, especially the sneeze, and they are taking a sip of water. Usually I do that, taking a sip of water. So all those small techniques, so it was really great actually. So waiting for the upcoming workshops too.
Super. Perfect. Goodbye. You're mute.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful session. I think we had one grilling session for the past 2 days. This has been my first session with IHRs. And yes, I have been able to fine-tune myself over the practices that I have been always doing. And that was one of my major goals of attending the structure session. And secondly, yes, I had just, because of my personal issues, I had just gone out of track of my counseling thing. And I think the sessions have now brought me back to my professional life, back on track. Thanks a lot, and look forward for a few more sessions. Thank you.
Thank you. Nidhi, hand raised.
First of all, thank you so much, sir. The things that I like too much about the structured counseling certification, first of all, was the session flow. So as a newbie, we are really confused and very scattered. So that provides a concise view. Secondly, there was the practice sessions with another person. So we get to know what a client feels and what a therapist feels. And another good point is to create a support system. So if we have the motivation to start a practice, so we know that somewhere if we fall back, somewhere we are stuck, we have people to support us. Thank you.
Super. Perfect. Jyoti?
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you, sir, very much. These 2 days were amazing for us. And for me, the three main key takeaways were: you went through the structure counseling format in a very, very systematic and easy to way comprehend manner, I would say. We took into consideration the fact that all people, a lot of my friends who are here, they came from different therapies, and so we brought them all on the same platform. Having said that, the key takeaways were, I mean, things which you could remember very, very easily, yes, definitely the I wish statements and I feel, and of course, then the when then, the same statement. So those are things which we will always remember. So those were the key main takeaways for me. Thank you very much. Thank you always, sir.
So, thank you. Pratibha,
And now I'm audible.
you're audible.
Okay, so these 2 days are awesome for me, and before half an hour, I got a call for my next client. Before 4 months, I started my setup in like a remote area. There are no medical facilities here, and within 4 months, 2-3 patients are coming to me, and this is a very good thing for me because in that kind of area, and your that counseling session for particularly structured counseling session will I feel very confident for tomorrow's session because it will help me to deal that patient more effectively and more efficiently. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Anyone who would like to go next?
Yes, sir, I can go next.
Please.
Thank you so much, sir, for the amazing workshop for the whole 2 days. So I really appreciate all the effort. You have been putting, and the whole team who has been putting to support young psychologists and to handhold us in a way, because you are trying. You have created a support system so that we can, even if you are not available, at least our peers are available or someone is available. So that is really something which I liked. And about the workshop, definitely I liked the structured counseling approach in which there are steps, simple steps which we can follow. If we pay attention to them and if we practice them, then the whole process becomes very easy, and it is very less confusing. As when we start practicing, sometimes we get confused, but it makes it very clear. So that is something I liked. And the other thing is obviously the support system. And apart from this, all the other initiatives which you are taking under MHP for supporting psychologists, I really appreciate that. And thank you very much for that.
Thank you. Anyone else who would like to go next? Raya?
Yes, sir. So, I got to learn many things about after this workshop, and like I was more confident even as a client. I could freely, give the issues that I'm having, or like what are the thoughts that I can like change, and the emotions, and also it feels like as if there is no burden, and feels very like I don't feel hesitant anymore, which I used to have before. So yeah, thanks a lot for this thing.
Thank you.